be making a quick and easy pasta dish. Now, it's quick and easy because it only takes about 15 minutes from start to finish, and it's really easy because all you're going to be doing is cooking up the pasta. The sauce is all done in the blender, and what we're going to do is blend up some things like fresh mints and lemon, basil, touch of garlic, olive oil. Just get a really nice simple sauce, mix it with the pasta when it's all drained off, and you can serve it up and enjoy it hot or cold. So to make up this pasta dish, I just want to go through the ingredients I'm going to use. Now, I'm going to be using penne. I've got 500 grams, that's half a kilo, but you can use any pasta you like, and you can use spaghetti. So I'm going to be using penne. We probably boil that for about 10 minutes. Get it just right, and then we serve it up with this sauce. Now with the sauce, we're going to make a nice simple sauce. It's all going to go in the blender, so there's no cooking. Now what I'm going to use is 30 grams of mint leaves, 40 grams of basil leaves, and 50 grams of rocket leaves. Then I've got some spring onions there, which I've trimmed off a little bit, washed them. So we're just going to chop those up because all this is going to be blended anyway, and that just gives it a nice fresh onion flavour. Couple of cloves of garlic. Now I've got 2 lemons there, and what I've done is I've zested the outside, so they kind of had a bit of a haircut. All the yellows on the outside I've sort of zested on my sort of cheese grater there. There's a setting for doing zesting, so get the yellow bits off because it just gives it a wonderful flavour, really nice and lemony. Half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a good glug, about 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So all that goes in the blender. Now as soon as you've got the pasta ready, and then you can drain it off, mix it with the sauce, and then it's ready to serve up. So now I've gone through the ingredients. What we're going to do is go over to the hob, and we're going to get the pasta on the go. So get yourself a good sized pan, boiling water, and then we just pour the pasta in, a little bit of salt, leave that for 10 minutes, and then we'll taste it to make sure it's right. So now that's boiling away, I'm just going to add some salt. Now, add my pasta in. Let's just give that a quick stir. Now I've got it on a nice high heat. So what you want to do is, you know, keep it bubbling away, boiling away. Depending on how long your sort of packet says, it might say 8 minutes, 10 minutes, or 10 or 12 minutes. Have a look at that. That'll give you a guide. Mine says 9 to 11 minutes. So I'm going to check mine at 9 minutes, and then obviously we can just switch it off if we need to. So now I've got the pasta cooking away in the background. I'm going to get on with that lemon sauce. Now I've got my blender there. It's not the biggest blender in the world, but I think we probably just about get away with it. I'm just putting some of the chunky bits in really to start with. Spring onion, got the garlic in there, and I might have to do it in 2 batches because obviously there's a fair amount here. That's it. We'll start with that. I mean, obviously if you've got a bigger blender, keeps your life nice and simple. I must put that in as well. And also, I'm going to give it a squeeze of lemon juice. Just squeeze it through your fingers. That's it. Also put a little bit of that olive oil in as well, extra virgin. So let's give that a quick blitz, and then we can add some more. Now what we can do, sometimes this stuff needs moving around in these blenders, just sort of move it around. I might add the rest of that liquid actually, the olive oil. So let's put that back on. There you go, look at that. Turn it into a lovely little paste there. Now, I'm going to start finishing off with all the rest of it. So we're on the second batch now. That's it, just clear the plate there. Now I'm also going to put the rest of that lemon juice in. Now that's one thing you might need to adjust. So when we've given this another good blitz, we're just going to taste it. and see how it tastes. So that's pretty much all of it there. Let's put the lid on. Finish blending it. Oh, the smell's coming out of this pot. Unbelievable. Now I'm just going to try a little bit of that, see how it tastes. Let's just try a little bit of that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more lemon juice, but then I'm also going to add just a tad of sugar. So now I've given it a taste, I'm just going to squeeze a little bit more of that lemon juice in there. Half a lemon extra. And also, put in probably just like half a teaspoon of white sugar. And again, just give that a quick blips. So we've mixed that up. Look at that. Oh, smelling wonderful. Now let me just try a little bit of this. Try a bit. Lovely and fresh. Now, my bleep has just gone, so I'm going to go over, drain the pasta, obviously check that it's done first, and then we're going to mix these two together and serve it up. So now I've finished making that pasta sauce. Now, I'm just going to try my pasta because the bleeper just went. And we've had just over 9 minutes. Let me try that. That is just about there. Going to give it another 30 seconds, and then I'm going to sort of drain it off in my colander. And then we can put it back in the pot and mix that really nice sauce together and then serve it up. So I'm just going to drain mine off. Now I'm doing it through the colander, and I want to keep just a little bit of the liquid, because if you find at any time your pasta's sort of sticking together, just put a little bit of that liquid back there again, and it's perfect again. Beautiful. So let's give that a shake. Now, I'm going to put that back in the pot that we started with, so the empty pot. I'm just going to grab that, put that in there. Just going to take that over to the table. We're going to mix the two together with the sauce and serve it all up. That's it, I've put a little bit in there. Now let's just mix this up. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. The smells coming off here, the aromas. Oh, wonderful. Now, also, I did keep back a little bit of that lemon zest. So let's just put a bit of that in. Again, give it a little mix. Right, let's just taste a little bit of that and see how it is. See if we want to use any more of that sauce. Lovely. Nice and simple and fresh. Just going to use just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Again, give that the final mix. And I'm going to serve some of that up on a plate. Now I'm just going to serve some of mine up. I reckon there's enough for at least 4 people, maybe 6 people here. So there you go. Now I'm just going to try that as it is, see how it is. A little bit of that salt on there. Whoa. Try that. Lovely and fresh, goes with the pasta really well. Delicious flavour. Now it's up to you, but I always like a little bit of parmesan, grated parmesan on mine. Just try a bit more of that. Nice and simple, this pasta, and you know, it's lovely and fresh. And it's so quick to do, and there's hardly any cooking. You can't go wrong. Delish. So overall, nice and minty, hint of basil, and you've got the lemon coming through. So really nice combination of flavours. Obviously you can play about with the amount of mint and the amount of basil. Maybe you want less mint, you know, it's up to you. So give it a go, make it your own, and thanks for watching my videos. Hope to see you on the next one. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like what I do, click the button and subscribe. Always appreciated. All the best, the original Naked Chef.